Hello. Welcome to another live stream. My name is Todd. Hope you're doing well. It is Wednesday, or hump day, as some call it. Got 5 videos today. We got Cordelia from Buffy, Aaron from Emmerdale, the Buccaneers, the 2 sisters, or at least 2 of the sisters that I'm aware of. 13 Reasons Why, Fiona from Shameless. It's going to be a good mix. Hope you enjoy it. You know, recently I was thinking about aging. I don't know why. It's just one of those random thoughts that popped into my head. And how I'm looking back on, early 20s, mid-20s, late teens, whatever. And there is a lot of things that I just don't enjoy anymore that I used to live for. Partying, bars, clubs, the weekends, just going out super late at night. And now I look back at that, and yes, I can still do it, but the overall concept or idea of it and motivation behind it is no longer there. Like, that used to drive me through classes or school, and just through the week. And now I look back and I'm just like, dang, that was a lot of money. That was a lot of time, a lot of sleepless nights. And now I think about sleep and how much, money that would be wasting. And I just go, I'm glad I was there. I'm glad I enjoyed it. It was great while it lasted, but boy, am I glad that no longer runs me or controls my life in a way. Now, that's not saying you can't step out every now and then, go enjoy a comedy show or go hang out at a bar for, a dinner, a couple drinks, stuff like that. But the idea of just staying there until closing time, to me, just seems like a freaking nightmare. The people, the quality of the people, I don't know. It's just something about it, just at this stage in my life, just, ugh. It's like a guttural reaction of, ugh. Bars are okay, right? I can get my mind around that. But nightclubs, that super loud music, shoulder to shoulder, just like bouncing off people, spilling your drink because people are banging into you. Oh my God. The $12 cocktail. You're just like, get me out of here. Actually, I never was really into it in college either, at university. There was this bar. It was a sports bar connected to a nightclub. And if you spent $10 in the sports bar, you could take your tab and then get in for free instead of paying cover to the nightclub, which was more than $10, which was crazy. I remember doing that a couple times, walking in, just instantly getting blasted with heat from all that movement and people. It was like every college kid under the sun was in there, and it was just heat. It was like walking into a desert almost. Just instantly shoulder to shoulder, trying to waddle up to the bar to get something. Oh my gosh. And the music was so loud, like uncomfortably loud, to the point where you're just like, I can't even hear myself think. Like, I get it. I'm young. I'm supposed to enjoy this. But even me back then, I was just like, get me the hell out of here. This is not what I find enjoyable. I'm being assaulted by the music right now. I love music. I truly love music, but I was definitely feeling like I was getting assaulted by the music. Rihanna, please do stop the music, okay? Do stop the music. They played that song 80 billion times. But I don't know why I was thinking about that recently, but I just was. But hey, if you're in your early 20s, your teens, your mid-20s, enjoy it. Because eventually you'll reach a point where you mature out of that, and you'll just look back on it and go, ugh. Like, what? I was into that? That was my entire life? Like, that was my entire being, was that? And you'll just look back at yourself and just shake your head and be like, wow. Don't go through how much money you spent or how much time you spent doing that. Oh my gosh, is that nauseating. Follow the Twitch channel. I'm live on Twitch right now, if you're unaware. Twitch.tv/Todd Reacts. makes sense. Or you could just Google it. I'm sure it pops up eventually. I have no idea if it's the first page or the second page or the 80th page. No idea. But live on Twitch. Right now it's Monday through Thursday, usually around 9-ish a.m. You'll get a notification if you follow. Twitch is really good at that. YouTube, not so much. But this will be uploaded to YouTube, just like the other streams. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you like it. There we go. I was like, wait, what is the other one? Like the video if you like it. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified. I have no idea if those notifications even work. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I have no idea. But thankfully, the stream yesterday did not get blocked by anything, which is great. So I'm hoping to carry that momentum into this one. And let's see. Let's see what happens. First one up is Cordelia from Buffy. I did do a Buffy video yesterday, so you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I do include timestamps on all the videos, so check those out as well, in case you want to jump around. This is the evolution of Cordelia Chase. Time. I do remember the name Cordelia. I remember what she looked like, and that's about it. I don't remember anything else to do with Cordelia. So let's go ahead and jump in and find out a little more.
Willow, nice dress. Good to know you've seen the softer side of Sears. Excuse me? Who gave you permission to exist?
Oh, wow. What?
You're gonna be so very beyond sorry.
Okay.
Willow, nice dress.
I need to
Good
restart
to know
that.
You've seen the softer side of Sears. Excuse me?
Okay, that does kind of date it, because Sears, I think, went bankrupt, didn't they?
Who gave you permission to exist?
Well, as with most malls and stores and malls.
You're gonna be so very beyond sorry.
Ooh.
Are you done? Oh! You think I'm never lonely because I'm so cute and popular? I can be surrounded by people and be completely alone. It's not like any of them really know me. Sometimes when I talk, everyone's so busy agreeing with me, they don't hear a word I say. I guess I just want to say thank you, all of you. You really helped me out yesterday, and you didn't have to. So thank you.
It's okay. Listen, we were gonna grab lunch in a minute if you wanted to.
You're not hanging with these losers, are you?
If you feel so alone,
Damn.
then why do you work so hard at being popular?
It beats being alone all by yourself. Are you kidding?
I don't think so. I would much rather be alone and unpopular than to be surrounded by people who only like me for that reason. Something about that is just not pleasant. I think I remember that. That, like, monster that was in the pool.
Okay.
I just had a weird flashback.
What about me? I care about Giles. You think we should just slack here and hope that somebody else decides to be a hero?
Well, a girl wants to look good for her geek.
Harmony, shut up. Do you know what you are, Harmony? You're a sheep. And here I am scrambling for your approval when I'm way cooler than you are because I'm not a sheep.
Oh, God.
Stay away from me. You get me mad? What do you think I'm gonna do to you?
Cordelia, could you please drive me home?
Of course. Angel? That is, if you think you can use me? Angel Investigations, we help the hopeless. It's like...
What?
I didn't ask for this responsibility. Like I'm still getting punished.
Why would anyone care about you?
For how I was.
Dang.
Bitch. For everything that I said in high school.
I'm a bitch.
I take crap from no one.
Only for 1 freaking second, you gave a damn about anyone besides yourself.
There's so much pain. Am I just a horrible person? Because I know I can be snippy sometimes. We have to help them.
Heck?
You need some serious saving. Looks like I've got my work cut out for me. Helping people, that's what me and my friends do.
This isn't happening because you're bad. It's because you're strong.
I'm scared all the time.
What the hell is
Deep
happening?
down, we all know our purpose in this world.
Are you saying I was meant to be an actress? I know my purpose in this world, and it includes the visions. I'm Vision Girl. So, demonize me already. I'm in love. I love you. With Angel. I can't leave without telling him.
This thing isn't Cordelia. Where's Cordelia?
Because then I'd actually have to have some friends. Thank you. I don't.
That's not true. Are you huggable?
Hi, Cordy. I'm not leaving here without her. The powers that be owed me one, and I didn't waste it. Boy, I really do fall for dumb ones. It's gonna be a long while until you work your way out. I got my guy back on track, and I'll be with you until you do. We take what we can get, champ, and we do our best with it. I'll be seeing you.
True.
And you're welcome.
So when did she die?
Oh,
Did she,
spoiler.
Hi, I'm Cordelia.
she never did wake up?
Damn. I didn't know she died. Then again, I don't remember a lot of the show. I only jumped in and out of it when I was younger. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. That was a lovely edit. Interesting. So she started out as the meanest of mean girls. Mean Girls before the Mean Girls. She was Regina George. What's interesting is she found her tribe, right? She found a friend group that was normal, that was not using her for their own purpose. I'm assuming there's a lot of that going on in those popular groups of kids at school where they just basically use each other as a status symbol. And that can be pretty lonely. I mean, very superficial to the point where you know it's superficial if you're cognizant enough and you can see through it. I'm assuming most people are smart enough to realize that, but I'm sure there's some that are, that have no idea and just kind of think, oh, I'm popular. This is all there is. But unfortunately, eventually they grow up or out of that and they realize, this isn't all life is. There's more to life. And it's nice to see that Cordelia found her quote-unquote people. People that enjoyed her presence or enjoyed her being around, didn't see her as this, figure that they can keep around for, good popularity, other people's opinions, etc. Honestly, growing up, I always looked at the popular cliques in school, mostly that is a lot of work because you're constantly, it's like your own PR firm. You're constantly making yourself look better or trying to make yourself look more interesting. You got more money. Very big on the money thing. To the point where it's like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of those period pieces that have the court, keeping court, the drama, the snickering, the gossip, all that stuff, of the backstabbing, whatnot. It very much reminds me of that. That's probably the closest thing I can think of to high school drama or cliques or the popular group. It's those period pieces and keeping high court and, just the shenanigans that go around with that. I think that's a good analogy for it. Let me go ahead and bring this up. This was a Reddit post. I do like doing this because it brings in somebody else's opinion as I'm reacting to it. And then it gives you all someone to bounce ideas off of, as well as, you can refute whatever it is I'm reading. which is fantastic. And I love that because it kind of spurs the conversation, and it's fun to read. All right, so what are your thoughts on Cordelia Chase? Total badass. Literally got impaled and carried on like it was nothing. On Angel, she patched up Angel after he gets impaled by rebar and makes a quip like, I would know what that feels like. It's such a great character. Oh, wow. That injury was actually based on one sustained by Charisma Carpenter herself, the actress. She was impaled by rebar when she was like 5. So they worked in... What? That's unbelievable. Cordelia's character from the start of Buffy to mid-season 3 is one of the best journeys of the show. This is what I came to write. Then it gets written off a cliff. I love her. She was funny, smart, badass, gorgeous. She grew more than any other character and handled everything with grace. Joss did Charisma so dirty with how he ended her character arc. F that guy forever. One of the best mean girls in pop culture history. She deserved better. I would have 100% watched a spin-off of Cordelia and Harmony being an iconic duo in LA. I think she's a great character. Has moments of being a total badass, even without powers, believably flawed. My unpopular opinion is that I like, enjoy, but do not love her. Definitely biased towards Buffy, but Cordy's behavior towards her just makes me mad sometimes. A goddess. Can't believe they destroyed her character in Angel. Unpopular opinion, I prefer to Buffy. That makes sense. Good character arcs are really fascinating. And it's easy to get behind somebody like that. Especially when they start so troubled and they acknowledge they're troubled. Like, she literally said it can be incredibly lonely. And, you know, just because I'm popular doesn't mean they know me or know the real me. So she realizes that she's in a terrible situation. And then she works her way out of it. I mean, that's fantastic. Maybe the greatest character progression in the series. And some of those looks were fire. Showed us one of the most interesting character arcs of the franchise. Stands alongside the impressive character growth of characters like Willow, Spike, and Wesley. Started as a cliche mean girl, blessed with killer fashion and quotable quotes. At times insufferably basic and cringy. She balanced that with comic gifs. I warmed as she thawed. Boy, that's an interesting way to put it. But despised her in Angel by the end of season 3. The spinoff was such a tough sell at the time it debuted because I couldn't stomach the thought of following my least favorite characters from a stellar season. Cordelia thrived away from Sunnydale. Season 4 can't be described as anything other than a painful and prolonged character assassination. Deserve better than that? Oh, boy. That's too bad. If you haven't watched Angel, you missed out on 90% of her character growth. Had one of the best character arcs. A very well-written foil. Yes. That seems like the popular opinion. Better hero than Buffy. Ooh, hot take. Hot take. Hot take. Well, it's interesting to see, honestly. Her comedic timing was so great. My favorite character, To the Moon and Back. Seems like the common theme there is amazing character arc, badass, funny in moments, and was absolutely ruined as a character by the writers. It's basically the gist of it, which is terrible. You hate to see it. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, that's too bad. But the question is, was it a justified death, or was it just killing off the character because the actress had something else to do? Because I could see that happening. That happens a lot, especially towards the early part of careers. People just bail on shows or bail on movies or whatever to go do something else. You know, something else comes along and you get an offer. Sometimes it's hard to refuse. But then again, that show was pretty impressive, so I doubt she did that. I mean, that show really made a name for her. That is too bad. Excellent character, though. From everything I can tell, amazing. Love a good redemption arc. Next video is Aaron and Robert Lies from Emmerdale. Oh boy. All the edits I've seen of Aaron so far, Aaron Dingle, have been interesting, to say the least. Very emotional. And really tough life so far from what I've read. Really tough life. Oh boy. Prepare yourselves, you know, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Prepare yourselves.
So this is about money.
Isn't it always about money?
That's all you care about. I wish that was all I cared about. Please. Move on. You said you loved me too, remember? Because I love you, and I think you feel the same. Say it again. I love you. So you were lying then?
This filter is odd.
I deserve better than you. I love you, and I can't watch you suffer. You didn't have to wreck everything. You killed your brother's wife. You were gonna kill me. You shot Paddy. I spent the full week here.
Told you I wanted you on your own.
In your bed. Of course I don't love you. Look at you. You disgust me. You know that surprise
Make it make sense
for you at the hotel, the Oakwood, yeah? I was there too. Me and him saw you and Katie coming, so I had to scarper. Why do you think he was late for your wedding, Chrissy? Because he was with me.
Dang.
Robert is not the man you think he is. You know, you see, it's you.
So what are you waiting for? Go. I wish I'd never met you.
You're the worst mistake I've ever made. Falling in love with you ruined everything. Damn it. I love you.
Because it was with me.
Why don't you ask Aaron? He should know. They've been at it for months.
All that you've worked for.
That's one way to put it.
Gone.
Wow. So I'm assuming the title of this video kind of gives the hat tip that the fact that most of this is lies. They actually do love each other deeply. Holy cow. That is toxic with a capital T. That is so toxic, Britney Spears sung about it. Wow. Link down below in the description, the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw it some love. Oh my gosh. Some non-toxic love. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Murder. Threatened murder. Love. Making love, I guess we'll say. That's a YouTube-friendly phrase, right? I think so. Flirting with it, I think. Boy. it's hard to digest what's going on there. There is so much toxicity and awfulness, but also you can tell that they are deeply connected to each other. To be able to put up with any of that, to still talk to the person after, you know, the murder and the adultery, the affairs, it's a lot. And there's got to be a strong connection to even want to continue that. Good grief. I went ahead and pulled up this. Thoughts on Aaron Dingle? Any thoughts on the current version of Aaron? So this is 3 months ago. Do you dislike him? Why not? How can he be improved? Somebody says, I think he's just another example of the writers having no idea what they're doing. It makes perfect sense for Aaron to behave the way he's behaving. Yeah, reading his backstory is pretty awful. It's like a step-by-step process on how to really mess someone up mentally. But the show isn't exploring and linking it to mental problems. That's not smart. That is definitely an avenue they should be going down based on what happened to him in the past. They're showing him doing the same thing over and over and over again and implying that he just needs to grow up and stop complaining. There's no nuance, depth, or anything. Oh, that's too bad. Obviously, it's an edit. A lot of the context is taken out of it, chopped up. But that's what it seemed a lot of. A lot of pans onto the face of Aaron, just kind of crying and pouting. There should be like a lot of like therapy that he's doing, which would be really cool. That'd be awesome to write because you could do like sessions and he could expose more of his past. Like it's a good way to get more of the character out or to flesh the character out. There was a show, I think it was on HBO or something, called In Treatment, I think it was called. And the entire show, if you've never heard of it, it was every day of the week. So it was every weekday was another show. And Monday was so it followed, okay, let me go broad on this. It followed a therapist and his individual clients. And every day was a specific client. So 4 days of clients. And then the Friday show was him in therapy, which was super neat. It is really cool. I definitely recommend you check it out. If you're in therapy, maybe it, rings true or something. You'll find something interesting about it. But even if you're not in therapy, it is fantastic to watch because you get to see each character every week or every time they're back on the show, like progress and their conversation progresses and there's no like fluff to it. It's all just an in therapy session with the characters, the two characters. It is awesome. It is so cool. I was binging the hell out of that during the pandemic. It was so cool. I've never seen a show like it. It was very interesting. And of course it gets a little wild, but hey, it's a show. You got to make it somewhat interesting, Got to shake things up every once in a while. They're showing him do the same thing over and over again. There's no nuance. It's a shame because Aaron's mental problems have always been portrayed very well in the past, and the character was well written, but the show isn't what it used to be. OP said, absolutely agreed. Currently watching 2018 stuff, and it was bad at the time compared to the previous stuff, but it's light years ahead of 2024 Emmerdale. Still feel as if they brought Aaron back to revive the show. Oh, so he disappeared and then came back? Interesting. But with everything that's being thrown at him, I believe only a Robert return or even a Rebekah death and Aaron becoming his guardian could save him from himself. It makes perfect sense for Aaron to behave the way he's behaving. Quoted that. I think this is my problem too. It's not that his behavior is out of character, but I just feel like he's been mean for the sake of it until recently. It's like you're told he's mentally unwell and you see him being mean, but without showing how he feels, there's no real connection between the two. That's interesting. That's where a therapy like tie-in or connection or, every once in a while show him in therapy get his feelings out. That would really round out the character, I think. I'm enjoying the drama he brings. Everyone else is boring at the moment. That is true. It is good to have some drama in, soap operas, soap dramas. That's why they're called that. As I've droned on about before, it is very clear that Eren is being set up for a redemption arc. Well, I mean, I would hope so. Good grief. Could you imagine they just string him along and just treat him like garbage throughout the entirety until the character just leaves? Oh my gosh. I really cannot imagine which returning character, save Robert, could be the emotional shock Eren needs to reboot. Danny's a fine actor. He has remarkable emotional access, particularly for a bloke who never had formal training. That's awesome. Crying real tears on a first take is difficult. Weeping on a third or fourth is remarkable. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do that at all. Like, just cry on a dime, where you're just like, all right, and cry. I don't think I'd be able to do that. Maybe. Probably not. I'm a diehard Eren fan, and everything lately is killing me. But I'll stick it out because I hope and trust the writers to give us him back. He's always better with someone, but his attitude right now, I think the only person willing to be with him would be someone to use him, much like Robert did in the beginning, or someone trying to save him, much like Jackson. Yeah, this is got to be a redemption arc. For sure. Maybe it's just the slowest redemption arc in history. Annoying, no character depth. Depth, not death. It's annoying this character hasn't died. Annoying, no character depth whatsoever. He doesn't have the charisma Kane did, and the angry 20-year-old doesn't work now that he looks like a bloated 35-year-old. Oh my God. Come on now. That is just brutal. That is brutal. Ay. Both a strong character and a person who heavily depends on other people. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think Eren could do with someone supporting him through therapy. Okay, so he is going to therapy, I'm assuming. But are they actually like showing it? Are they just showing him go into it? Are they actually showing a bit of the therapy to like push on the character, show more of the character? That would be interesting. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As with every video, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. These people had their say. You get to have your say. That is a fact. Let's see here. The next video is Nan and Ginny. Ginny Guy? Is that the name? I will choose you every time. It's from the Buccaneers. I guess it's a Apple Plus show. Be interesting. I've reacted to one Buccaneers video before. Maybe two. Maybe one. Interesting concept. Again, a period piece, which I love. If you don't know me, I love period pieces. Absolutely love them. And it's for the drama. It's for all that drama of, backstabbing and trying to will your way into a higher position within high court and all that good stuff. Titles. Wonderful.
Chin up, eyes down. Speak to every man there, but only use short words because we don't want to confuse anyone. Here they are. Head up, Ginny. Shoulders back. Ginny. Shoulders back and head high, okay? I wanted to meet someone and actually become
shoulders back. Good posture.
Always, and everything's ruined. I'm sure your sister is trying as hard as you. Why'd you always take her side and stick up for her? You know, I can just stand here.
I took that personally. I was literally just slouched. Shoulders back. Okay. Shoulders back. Everybody, shoulders back.
I'm not leaving. Nan, I really don't want to hear you say sorry. This isn't a joke, Nan. This is my whole life. It matters. The moment we got off that boat, all you ever wanted was to find a man.
Might you agree
The
to my
moment you did, you became a completely new person. Your whole face has changed. I can't bear to look at it.
It shouldn't be about you. It shouldn't ever be about you because you're not her daughter, Nan.
What? I shouldn't have said that. Said what? What did you just say?
Nan, I've been feeling just awful since that night.
Are you apologizing for telling me or for the 17 years of not telling me?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Not her daughter. Oh, that is a bombshell.
Apologizing
Holy cow.
for my own life, probably. Every time we giggled, and every time we fought, or lay in bed and threw cookies up in the air, you had a secret. And my whole past is a lie. Nan, please you forgive me.
You forgive people. It's what you do.
Well, you don't know me.
Hey, you are still Nan. You're still my sister.
I haven't replied to any of
Well, not your whole past. A pretty good part of your past, but not your whole
your
past.
sister's letters.
Mother sends for love.
Whose mother?
Nan, mother, our mother, she loves you entirely.
This is coming out wrong, Nan. I practiced this. I practiced this for weeks, but I didn't have you to help me by thinking of something funny or smart to say or always knowing the right word to choose. We need to get you out. You're only my half-sister, so maybe you're only half sorry. I'm not just half sorry, I'm fully sorry.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
We eloped. Can you believe it? No.
Eloping. If there's one thing that I picked out that Ginny wouldn't. Ginny, are you happy? Truly. What? Of course, darling, I'm married. I choose you.
Yet you hang on to these childish notions of being a sister.
I will choose you every time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
Ginny did what she thought was best, Annabelle. As she always does.
I will lose everything just because
What Ginny wants most of all, Nan, is to avoid embarrassment. So if you leave quietly.
Is that what you want? Honestly. You purposefully hurt your sister, and that breaks my heart. This is so unlike the Ginny I know. I don't understand.
I'm sorry. Truly, I am. But your shame is not my fault.
I will never forgive you. Not ever. You're already so far away.
If your sister doesn't trust you to do what's best, I'm afraid it's only further proof that you've grown apart.
Is Ginny here?
We're rather unproductive visitors.
I will talk to you tomorrow, okay? I promise. Or later, I promise, okay? We'll talk later.
Are you in love with Guy Thorne?
Nan, does Guy Thorpe make your heart sore?
Yes.
And your head spin?
Yes. Are you sure you want to do this?
Of course.
I love you. I love you.
I think this is forever.
I love God. I love you, and I will choose you every time.
I feel it every minute. It is all I feel.
Are you pleased?
I think a change is a better word.
I don't. I'm falling any minute. He's gonna realize that I'm gone. Please. He's not a bad person. He just gets so angry. All my fault, probably.
It's not your fault, Ginny. It is not your fault.
Wherever I go, he's gonna find me. He's always so close.
I'm going away. Tomorrow. I put pins in every place I wanted to visit. And those pins that I had in my globe, I want to see it all. Come with me.
Yes.
And I don't think I can survive on my own.
I'm coming with you.
What are you doing?
Ginny and I, we made up.
Good news, my love.
Annabelle is a strong-minded girl. And her determination today,
Go.
it seems,
You both have to go now.
is to save her
What is
sister.
going on?
We have to go.
You'll have the time it takes for the three of us to walk down the aisle before he notices.
Nan's a clever girl. She understands the severity of what Ginny's about to do. And a young girl running away from her husband, she'd never make it. Could never happen. Nan and Jenny leaving together would be just
Do you have the boat tickets?
two powerless young girls.
Come on, get in. Guys, come look after you, okay? I love you. Wait,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
One daughter is sacrificed for the other daughter's freedom.
No, Nan, you're coming with me. You're coming with me, Nan.
I missed my own wedding.
Yeah, but you don't even want to get married. You never have. Nan.
Nan.
Just listen, there's no time.
Listen. You take my breath away. I hope you know that. Ever since that first day, and whenever I close my eyes, or open them even, always, it'll always be you I see. Nan.
I love you.
I love you too. And love, deep, abiding love, it has to win, doesn't it?
Somehow. Nan, please.
I'll take care of her.
Please, Nan. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Nan. Nan.
As a Duchess. As a Duchess, Nan has absolute power to protect her sister. Her whole family.
Introducing the new Duchess of Tintagel.
The drama. That was beautiful. I didn't realize I was on mute. The drama. That was beautiful. Oh my gosh. And that was brutal. Lots of emotions there. Whoa. Oh my God. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw it some much deserved love. That was very good. Very, very, very good. Wow. So that one guy turned out to be quite abusive. She helped her escape. That's incredible. That is truly incredible. And they weren't technically sisters. They were half-sisters, which was kind of a weird, big secret. I don't know why that was a secret. Not exactly sure. I'm assuming it had to do something with, titles or whatever. Maybe the father was somebody that couldn't be seen having a illegitimate child or whatever the heck. But you never know with these shows. Very political and, very, what's a good way to put it? Very about public reputation. And they would do a lot of evil and awful things to save their own reputation. Gosh, that was emotional and wonderful. Excellent. Pulled this up just to give kind of a rundown on it. Unlike most series in this genre, The Buccaneers is primarily a story of female friendship. Sure, the premise of the series is about marriage, as a squad of wealthy American heiresses head to England in search of good marriages and maybe even a title or two. But the 8-part drama consistently treats the relationships between the young women at its center as though they're every bit as important, even more so, actually, as any more traditional love story. Yes, the girls struggle, find themselves at odds, and even betray each other several times, as we saw throughout the series' first season, but the Buccaneers never lets us forget that when the chips are down, they have each other's back. And I think the ending there really proved that. She was willing to sacrifice herself to get her sister out of there. Nowhere is it more apparent that the relationship between the sisters Nan and Ginny, though the pair love each other deeply and support each other through the whirlwind that is living with their overachieving striver of a mother, their bond is tested repeatedly during the series' first season. They're brilliant together, aren't they, Nan and Ginny? The creator said, they are like all sisters. They fight and they get furious with each other and they know each other inside and out and have all these sorts of shorthands with each other. But when the chips are down, they're going to choose each other over whoever else may come along, which definitely was the case in part of that. It looked like, look, anybody who tries to come between family or siblings or whatever is awful. And that is such a good plot point because it's going to drive people crazy. Coming between sisters or, mother-daughter, father-son, whatever. It is just brutal. I do have a personal anecdote of that. Basically revolving around extended family and how somebody basically did come between parents and son, and it is crazy. It is truly wild. I don't know how you would let that happen, honestly. I don't care how much in love you are. Like, that would never be a thing. While Nan and Ginny clearly grew up thick as thieves, entering the marriage market has put something of a strain on their relationship. Of course, they're all fighting over the same person or whatever. Nan, for her part, is not particularly interested in or worried about finding a husband. That's more, my kind of personality where I'm not like, I've got to find somebody, I got to do it. That was never my MO. It was very much the kind of, if it happens, it happens. While Ginny seems desperate to wed. Yes, I have seen those people. It is interesting to me. It's like watching a nature show and you're seeing something happen and you're just like, that's interesting. Like, you just look at it like it's science or something. You just look at a different lifestyle or, motivation or something, and you're just like, so that's what that's like. Often criticizing or resenting her elder siblings for actions that she deems detrimental to her prospects. Oh boy. She was really fun around to be at party. really, really fun to be around at parties. Unlike Nan, the bulk of Ginny's sense of self-worth is based on her appearance. Yep, that fits into that court stuff perfectly. She's the pretty one, a girl who is so conventionally attractive that few people are even all that concerned with finding out if she has interests or personality beyond simply being decorative. That is a curse. Beauty is a curse, but it's also a blessing. So it's a double-edged sword for sure. In her world, getting married is the one thing she'll ever really accomplish, and she's afraid of missing her moment. But because she's that attractive, she's going to have many more moments than other people. So there's some positives in there as well. Ginny is potentially a little less sympathetic from the start. Well, of course. Of course. That's jealousy. That's envy. Unfortunately, Ginny's obsession with marrying well and of late with proving herself as a proper English lady often puts her at odds with the more free-spirited older sister. Jealous and afraid, she's often icy and rude, and much of the warmth that characterized the initial interactions at the St. George sisters turned sharp and bitter by the season's midpoint. Two are frequently depicted at odds with one another, asked to compete in ways that tend to position the relationship as something that's less important than the marriages that either of them might take. I think that's a smart way to go about it, especially if they're really tight. You have to introduce drama, so you try to pull them apart, but you never pull them apart too far. You never pull them apart too far. Or you do so, and then you bring them back together. Somehow. Usually it's a guy getting in between them or, whatever. But that's a smart plot. That's smart writing right there. Bring it apart, bring it together. Struggle to communicate. They deserve more scenes of actual communication. Estranged. It's a relief when Ginny goes to Nan for help. It's a testament to their sisterhood and their love for each other. Yes. Brought them back together. Yeah, that is just a easy story to fall in love with, I think. I love you and I will choose you every time, Nan tells Ginny in the season's final moments. There you go. That's what it's all about. That's the beauty of family. If it's, you know, in a good place. Sometimes family is not in a good place and it's not beautiful, but ideally that's what you aim for. Unfortunately, it doesn't always go that way, and that is life. Life is not fair. Life is very interesting that way. But we try to live it the best we can, and that is a fact. We will be right back. All right, let's jump into 13 Reasons Why. Disclaimer, I've seen the first season of 13 Reasons Why. There we go. But I haven't seen the rest. The first season for me was very difficult. It was good. I will say that. It was good. I never hated on it. I thought it was interesting. But boy, was it difficult to watch. Because you knew where the show was going. You knew exactly where the show was going. I never read the book or the novel, but you definitely knew it. You definitely knew it. But yeah, that ending episode just brutally destroyed me to the point where I was like, all right, I don't think I can watch the next one. So the next video is 13 Reasons Why, Time of Our Lives. Time of Our Lives. Which song is this going to be? That's the question.
Will you survive high school? Will I survive?
Hey, it's Hannah.
I survived, yes.
And Zach Dempsey.
Hey, Clay.
Hey, Tyler.
Hey. Hey.
Alex Standall.
Hey, Clay, you want to ride home?
Looking back, high school was, I don't know. Well, it was awkward, of course. I think it is for everybody. Bit awkward. You're just kind of growing into yourself, becoming an adult. But I would say for most part, I look back at my high school experience fondly. Yeah, I would say fondly. I had good friends. We enjoyed each other's company, and we had fun. Class was... Class was but there was a couple classes I enjoyed. The friends were amazing. Yeah, it was odd because it was basically, I mean, most schooling is basically like being in prison. You're required to be there. You have a very prison-like lunch, and you are very much locked down. Like, they don't want any sort of like speaking out or anything like that. It is honestly like boot camp or like prison in a way, but state run as well. But yeah, overall, I look back on it fondly.
I'm going to Brown next year, and I heard you are too.
I got in.
Hey, Berkeley! And then I got into Berkeley.
We'd like to offer you a scholarship.
You're going to study music.
Yeah.
I got in.
Stanford University. Holy shit.
Stanford, dang.
Kids at a school for the arts like ours.
Enjoy that tuition money.
Because I know that my friends and I will be friends for life. There will always be a bond between us.
You're one of the reasons why.
That we can never break, even if we wanted to. In the past 2 years, 3 people who I loved have died. I loved her. We're just friends at school.
He's my brother.
See you soon. I hope.
Yeah.
FML forever. FML forever.
FML forever.
FML forever.
FML forever.
Justin has tested positive for HIV.
Me and my parents want to see if you might want them to adopt you.
I'd like to be adopted, yeah.
Wait, is it your birthday?
I like you.
I like you too.
I love your lame ass, Justin Foley.
I think I'm in love with you. Because I know I'm in love with you.
I mean, these actors are clearly in their 20s, right? Like, they're not high schoolers.
You always make things better.
I'm seeing a lot of crow's feet when people are smiling right now.
I just show up, man. That's all I did.
Of course I came. You needed me. Why would I come?
I'll see you later.
You will.
As the night got later, we just kept dancing and dancing. Like there was nothing else. Like it was the end of the world.
And I got to know all of them, and they were fucked up and messy and human, and I loved them right away.
And two other people who I thought I hated also died.
Dang.
Bye. You'll never be alone.
But we just wanted you to know that we'll stand by you, and we believe you. All of us.
But I know that if a friend needs me,
Are you okay?
there is anything I can do to help them, I will. It is never wrong to care about your friends. I love you.
Your best friend is really sick upstairs.
You taught me what love is.
You always have that. I love you.
I do anything for you.
They think they're divided against each other. They're not. When someone needs them, they'll be there, no question.
You should be the kind of friends who can tell each other anything. You know that I care about you, right? Is whatever happens.
By the way, it's not me making the audio clip that bad or get blown out. That is the video.
Keep moving. Get through it. Choose to live. Because even on the worst day, there are people who love you. Life is a pretty spectacular thing. I love you, man.
I love you too.
You're the best friend I've ever had.
Having friends is an amazing thing.
True.
There's a picture of everyone that's helped me this year.
See you Monday?
Yeah.
I love these people.
And I'll never forget the feeling of your hands grabbing me, keeping me safe. I needed it. I didn't know it. And now you need it.
I love you guys. If anyone ever needs any help, anytime, any place, just send a group text.
I'm supposed to do this without you.
You'll survive.
All the shit that never would have happened.
Indeed.
But we would have never been friends.
We'll always have that.
That's beautiful. That is a beautiful edit. Link down below in the YouTube description to throw that some much deserved love. Wow, that was stunning, wasn't it? Beautiful message there at the end. Oh, wonderful. Boy, that just got me reflecting. That got me reflecting so much on the past. Oh my gosh. Yeah, graduating high school was very much a turning point for everyone, honestly. Whether you're going to university, whether you were heading into the job field, whether you didn't know what the heck you were going to do and you just kind of went off and backpacked somewhere in the world. It's just one of those things. It's the great fork in the road where you're just like, all right, what am I doing? What do I do with my life? It's the first time in a young person's adult, quote unquote, adult life where they have to make a decision where they're going, what they're doing. It is tough. It is very tough. And it never gets any easier, honestly. Unfortunately, that is the start of a very long life of decisions that you have to make. Never easy. Certainly you lose some friends after that. You go your separate ways. It's hard to keep in track, hard to keep in touch. That's what I meant to say. Obviously, the internet helps tremendously. You can watch movies together. You can hang out, play video games together. You can talk on the phone. You can FaceTime. You can, video conference, whatever. It's easier to keep in touch, but distance really does hurt a lot of relationships. Not only love relationships, I'm talking friendships as well. But yeah, that was an interesting time. I lost a pretty good. Hey, I get to ban someone. Cool. That's awesome. I take a little joy in that. That's kind of fun. Spam account you get to ban. That's awesome. But yeah, it is very challenging. You know, I look back and I think about my friend group, and for me, I graduated high school and then moved literally across the country, over 1,000 miles away, and went to school. So that was pretty much the end of it, honestly, because I ended up meeting a friend that I had. So my life trajectory is this. I grew up in a town. I moved across the country 1,000 miles, went to high school, and then moved back 1,000 miles after high school. And I met up with somebody at university that I used to know as a kid. And it was so awkward because we had missed so many moments of becoming an adult and all that stuff that it was almost too much. It was completely awkward. You know, they weren't the same person. I wasn't the same person. It was very strange. And, you know, it's sometimes you cannot go back. All right. A lot of times you can't go back. We were inseparable growing up. But yeah, after that much time, very different. Especially during those formative years where you can go many different directions with your personality, with who you hang out with. That can affect, the decisions you make, etc. Boy, it's interesting. But yeah, that was one of the first really sad moments in life because things are not going to be the same. And it's so weird because you're looking forward to graduating, getting out of high school when you're in high school, and then you get to the graduation day and you're like, uh-oh. Life comes at you fast, and you're just like, so guys, are we going to hang out in summer? Like, nope, I'm moving away to go to, summer school at this university. And it's like, no, I'm going to go do this and start working. And all of a sudden, everything just crumbles around you. And you're just like, oh, guess this is the end. But yeah, I watched the first season of 13 Reasons Why. The ending was just brutal. Brutal. I just, it really wasn't my life. I never thought about truly ending things, I guess I'll say, on YouTube. But yeah, it was brutal to watch. That last episode just screwed me up to the point where I didn't have any interest in watching any more of that show. Like I just said, nope, I'm done. I did it. Everyone was talking about it. It was great. It was a well done show, but I don't think I can handle anymore. Like it was very much a personal decision to just, okay, I think I'm done. Not that the show was bad or it got terrible or anything like that. I thought the writing was good. I thought the characters were interesting. I thought the show was fun for, quote unquote fun. Good entertainment, I'll say. Good entertainment. Not fun. But apparently people hated it. I don't know why. So I brought this up because I wanted to get people's opinions on this. Do you remember people hating on the show? I don't remember people like really, really hating on it. Is 13 Reasons Why really that bad? I have interest in the show, but apparently it's very depressing and dangerous to watch. I wouldn't say that. So how many of you did you watch it? That made no sense. How many of you watched it? There we go. Is it worth my time? Is it really dangerous, like the news says? First response, thankfully, says it's not dangerous to watch. This person says it only needed one season. Let's see. 13 Reasons Why season 1 is fine. It was kind of hip to hate on it back then when it was released. Was it? I don't remember that. I thought everyone was just talking about it and how, spotlight for glorifying ending yourself. I remember that critique, but I don't think that was hating on it. I think that was people mostly like, is this the right thing to be showing to kids? Personally, I didn't see any of the glory, and there's a lot of troubling but all too real plot lines. Yeah, I found it extremely troubling. Like, oh wow, this is really serious. Like, that's probably the first show that I remember watching that dealt with that on such a serious scale at such a young age. I don't know if there's many other shows that really follow that trajectory or that plot line, but it was hard to watch. It was really hard to watch. Not that it was bad, but it made me uncomfortable. But then again, the truth is uncomfortable. Life is uncomfortable. You got to get used to the uncomfortable. Season 3 and 4 are among some of the worst television I've seen. The ending is especially blind to logic and just punishment if you've invested in the storylines. Well, that's one take. It's not any more dangerous than any other show that discusses ending yourself. If you're in a vulnerable state of mind, yes. I would assume if you're in a vulnerable state of mind, you're not watching that show. Like, that would be something I would stay away from. Most criticism I remember was mainly about how it sort of glorifies the act. I don't know if it glorified it, though. I remember the end. It was very sad. It was super sad. Like, the parents, I think it fades to black, doesn't it? Like, she's in the hot tub, or not the hot tub, the bathtub. She's in the hot tub. Bathtub. Spoiler alert, I guess. And the parents are just downstairs having a good time or something. Like, it's sad. It is very sad. You feel how alone she feels. Like, it is brutal. And it does give a feeling of justification to ending yourself, but whether that's intentional or whether that's a side effect of discussing how impossibly crappy people can be to other people, especially sociopathic teenagers. Teenagers can be brutal. Absolutely. I didn't really experience that much. Obviously, online hate had just started. Like, when I was in school, MySpace had just started. That was like the kickoff of social media. I'm sure there was ones prior to that, but that was like the biggie that everyone got on. You were ranking your friends in a top 8, and you could literally just move people down the list. That was kind of funny. And if you're in a relationship, they had to be number 1, of course. And then you just see them drop out of the top 8, and you're like, oh, they broke up. Oh, God, it was brutal. It was brutal. Dog-eat-dog world out there in the top 8. That was weird. We were ranking our friends. Publicly ranking our friends. Yikes. I guess I didn't take it much of an insult. I took it more as like, at least I'm in the top 8. I'm happy to be here, you know? I'm happy to be here. That's very much my personality. I'm just happy I was invited. That's the first season anyway. I didn't watch the later seasons, but I hear they were different and bad for general reasons of quality or something of that kind. Now, I know a lot of you actually like the later seasons, which is awesome. So I don't get the critique. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I haven't seen them. I honestly, if they're not like the first season, then I guess I wouldn't mind watching it. But that first season was brutal. Like, if they were all like the first season, I don't know if I could watch it. I really don't. I haven't yet, so that probably says something. First season was an adaptation of the book. It tells the full story. Subsequent seasons were a desperate attempt to extend the story because of all the attention season 1 got. That kind of makes sense. I mean, it was successful. It was super successful. News was talking about it. People were talking about it. It was huge. Huge. My parents were talking about it. I'm just like, whoa. Whoa. I'd recommend season 1 if you like Riverdale. You might enjoy the other seasons. Riverdale seems interesting to me. I've seen edits of Riverdale. We've had it on the channel. It seems very interesting. I think it only needed one season. It's quite depressing because you see the reasons why a young girl made the decision and the impact one's behavior can dramatically change someone's life. Yeah, that was tough to watch. Good as a show, but tough to watch. Yeah, there was a lot of drama around it. I remember that. I don't remember absolute hate on it, though. Like, I don't think anyone said it was a bad show in the first season. Maybe they were just like, this might not be the best thing to show impressionable teenagers. I mean, there seems to be a lot of haters in this thread. I'm not going to lie. There seems to be a lot of haters in that thread. Another one. Good grief. Zach is not a good guy. Hannah is quite a horrible person. What were the 13 reasons why? Watch the show. Watch the show. What are you talking about? Yeah, there is. You know what? There is a lot of hate on this show. And it's not from back then. It's now, apparently, or 3 years ago, at least. There you go. Rewatch season 1, and what a masterpiece. It was really all just downhill from there. Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. That's because it was based on the book. Well, yeah. That's where you kind of get wild. When you start going off on your own, the writers start making up things. I'm sure that gets a little interesting. And the tone maybe shifts a little. Season 4 was decent. There we go. Yeah. Showrunners and book authors usually have different priorities. Yes, of course. I do like that I haven't read the book, but I guess the first season kind of at least matched some of the tone and the story of the book, which is good. I am a big fan of keeping true to source material. I think it's very important, especially the fact that if the source material is popular and you have a built-in audience, don't offend them. Don't ruin it. Just make it into a movie or make it into a show. Don't do too much with it. Obviously, you do have to change some things because you're not making a 48-hour epic of a big book or something, but the big points you should stick to. Season 1 was a masterpiece, but seasons 2... Wait a minute. Whoa, where'd it go? Where'd it go? No, where'd it go? Oh, I was reading that. Come on now. Where was it? Season 1 was a masterpiece, but seasons 2 through 4 were also amazing. We finally found a positive remark on the rest of the seasons. I know there's a lot of you watching this that are fans of the rest of the seasons. I know it for a fact. I've read it in the comments. I know it for a fact. Ay, ay, ay. I don't get the hate. First season was fantastic. I don't even think I could watch it again, honestly. It was hard to watch, hard to take in. But overall, I thought it was great. And I definitely watched it because everyone was talking about it. I don't think I would have if nobody was talking about it. But since everyone was talking about it and, oh my gosh, this is the biggest thing, is it right? Is it wrong? I definitely checked it out because of that. And I'm glad I did. But would I ever watch the first season again? Oy. I don't know. That was hard on my old heart. Hard on my spirit. The the next video is, and the last video, is Fiona from Shameless. Definitely one of my favorite characters from these edits I've seen. Fiona seems like a very interesting character. One that gets a lot of responsibility forced on her, unfortunately. which is a thing that a lot of people have happened to them. So it's kind of it rings true with a lot of people. This is called Fiona Gallagher, When the Party's Over. You know, part of me is like, oh, is that the Kesha song? But I'm assuming it's not. Actually, I don't know if that's the title of the song, but it's a good song nonetheless. At it? Nope, that's not it.
Because we all screwed up in one way or the other. Not many white picket fences where we come from.
I'm not sure if I'm an alcoholic. I've been going through a really rough time the last couple months. And I've been drinking too much to get by.
Yikes.
And that was you! All fucking you! Your coke, your boyfriend, your fucked up life! It's not mine!
Language warning? A bit late for that.
What if she's pulling a Frank?
What do you mean?
She went somewhere and got fucked up.
It's not like Fiona.
It was me, Lip. Not Frank.
Yeah, I get it. Life gets tough. You know, I do enjoy imbibing from time to time. Beers, champagne, gin and tonics I really like. I really like bourbon as well. I usually just drink it neat. No ice. Just give me straight up bourbon. I don't drink it a lot, though. It's very, very much a social or, you know, I'm watching a movie, I'll have something, or, you know, playing a video game, I'll have something just to relax.
Not Monica. Not nature, not nurture.
It's funny, you become an adult and you're just like, you know what? I just need a little, just a little something. Just a little something to bring me down. Oh, after a long work week? Oh my gosh. After a long work week, a nice ice cold beer. Oh.
Abigail, your house.
You did a good job. Monica wasn't up to it. You stepped in and helped.
You did such a better job than I could have.
This is about you. This is about what you didn't do. It's about what I did.
Helped. I did it all, Frank.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna be okay, Fiona.
Yeah, going down like the fucking Titanic. I don't want to be another Frank or Monica.
Right. It's a good goal.
I don't know who I am anymore.
You'll always be the person who raised them.
What if I don't want to be that anymore? What if I just want to be their sister?
You've always been there for us. I think we've taken it for granted, you know. I know I have. And then you're going through some shit and I turn my back. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna leave?
No.
Take care of yourself, okay?
Take care of yourself, Fiona Gallagher.
Everybody always leaves.
Go as far away from here as you can. And don't ever look back, okay?
You deserve better.
You're fucking right, I did.
You should go, Fiona. You've done more than enough. We'll be all right.
It's a wonderful message. I like it. I like it. It's a wonderful message. You've lived enough for other people. It's time to live for yourself. That is very true. That is very, very true. Hopefully that song does not get blocked. I hope it just gets claimed. I've had some bad issues with songs getting blocked, and then the whole video is blocked. I have to mute it, which is awful. Link down below in the YouTube description for that original edit. Go throw it some love. Very good edit. Fiona, again, seems like a wonderful, wonderful character. I do enjoy the fact that, did I have that video like, oh, Oh, that video was way too big. No wonder it was cut off at certain moments. It seemed like such a zoom in. Let me go ahead and try that again. What does this look like?
Well, then what's your sad story?
Because I feel like at certain points...
Yeah, going down like that.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, we didn't even see lip in that one scene. Dang it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't think it took away from it. It was very beautiful. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought now. Oh gosh. Yeah, when you're forced to take care of people when you're young and you should be taken care of, at a certain point you have got to just get away and do whatever you need to do for yourself. Like I've never been in that situation. Certainly I feel for anybody that is in that situation. It's got to be awful. Obviously you take pride in it because, you know, they're your loved ones, they're your family, but at a certain point you got to start living for yourself. And it's great that Ian was just like, you got to get out of here. Don't look back, you know, live for you kind of message. Because I think she probably needed to hear it. She probably needed that acceptance, that not permission, but basically permission, like, or acknowledgement. There we go. Acknowledgement of you've done it all.
Do it!
We are fine. We will take it
Just
from here.
do it!
Go do you. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that, oh gosh, what a complicated character, because she's doing so many good things, but she's also like not doing well as well. Like she's clearly not handling it well, but she's doing well enough where the whole thing isn't crumbling. What's up, Sean? How's it going? Yeah, link to the Discord. It's now public. Go check it out. It's available on YouTube. It's available in the descriptions. It's available on the Twitch page. There's a link on the website, toddreacts.com. I wanted to pull this up because it has some people talking about Fiona, and this is actually a rant. First time watching a rant on Fiona, which I thought might be pretty interesting and jive quite a bit of comments. They did a really good job of making you go from rooting for Fiona to waiting on her demise. I'm on season 7 right now, and I don't understand why she would take on the responsibility of being the primary caretaker for the kids, then telling them all not to make her their emergency contact, put her name on the house, then turn around and say she isn't going to take responsibility for anything that breaks down in the house. I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective. Yes. But it's infuriated me that she became so cold. It's no one's fault but her own that she chose the relationship she did that led her to being so frustrating. I think that's the wrong perspective. You got to put yourself in her shoes for that. And coming out of that, I would be very cynical. I would be very cynical. Yeah, you take on the responsibility because there's no other option, right? No other option. But doing that for a while, not being, you know, having that taken for granted, etc., that would just be brutal and wear on you over time. So you would get more and more angry at it, and it'll, you know, you'll get really, what's the word I'm looking for? You'll explode every once in a while with like, nobody does anything, I do everything, da da da. You know, it'll come out in different ways. First person said, honestly, I have a lot of sympathy for Fiona. My older sister and I are the oldest girls in our family, and she assumed a lot of the responsibility for our younger siblings. Now that we're older, everyone still expects the same of her. And I feel like she has to go to the extremes of being rude to set boundaries, or else they're not respected. Yes. That is unfortunate. Exactly this. People don't get it until they've lived it. If Fiona wouldn't have put her foot down and become cold, those kids would be expecting everything to be on her forever and always. Yes. You have to reiterate the fact that you're not the parent. You're also a person. You're also a sibling trying to make it. And you have to live a life. That's giving up a lot of your youth, for sure. I think she was trying to force independence on them, but did it the wrong way. Here's another take. I understand that, but Carl, Debbie, and Liam were all minors, and Liam was a really young minor. Yes, but she had already been through that with everybody else, the older siblings. So it makes sense that she wouldn't want to go through it all again and just repeat the cycle. Keep going and keep going and keep going. She eventually just said, you know what? I got to get out of here. I can't blame the character at all for that. I took it as she did it to keep them out of foster care, not to actually be their parent. She was already doing the work and each season someone gives her crap without acknowledging that she did everything in their lives to keep them together, and then got crapped on for making mistakes like the rest of them. Yeah, that's brutal. Debbie's behavior in season 6 is a huge factor in Fiona being done with the kids. She became cold because outside of Liam and Carl, no one really cared about anything but themselves. They could all make adult choices till the adult consequences came around. F around, find out. Oh, gosh. That's brutal. Accountability is huge. You got to be able to take accountability. And, be wise enough to look at your actions, the consequences, and go, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe that was a mistake. I guess you get that with age. Mixed feelings about her with the situation. I think she got sick of it and just wanted to be a sister and not a parental figure anymore. I don't wish for her demise, and I don't blame her for becoming cold, but it was frustrating to watch considering she chose to be their legal guardian. Yeah, she did. But eventually that is going to grind on you. Eventually you're just going to be like, get me out of here. I want to do something. Honestly, looking at the Shameless situation, the family, the house, everything, I would do everything in my power to get out. Just change the scenery, change the people you interacted with. Like, that would be my number one goal. Just find somewhere else, new people, new life. That would be everything that I would focus on. I strongly dislike her. Everyone praises her, and she did do good things, but after season 7, she became insufferable. Wow. Hot take. I think season 4 is when she became insufferable. Wow. Same, I went from cheering her to skipping her scenes by season 5. Wow. Wow, that's brutal. Skipping the scenes, even. Dang. Boy, this is quite the this is quite the back and forth on this thread. Some people really enjoy her, some people really don't like her. Something tells me the people that really don't like her either haven't had an experience like that, or they're just not willing to put themselves in her shoes. So I think obviously I haven't seen the show, I'm just going by edits, but just the setup of it, if you're not putting yourself in her shoes, you might be pretty ignorant to what exactly that means, how much of a grind that would be, how much of like a soul warp that would be. It shows that she is written as a well-rounded character. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The fact that you can have such differing opinions on her is pretty good. And I think we all come at, shows and our reactions to characters based on our own lives. And it's different for everybody, right? I've hated Fiona since day 1. Oh my gosh. Whoa. The way she cheats on all her boyfriends, the way she plays victim after she messes up, the way she makes big life-changing decisions and doesn't tell anybody or discuss it. She put the house up as collateral even though she couldn't afford it. She got married without anyone knowing and cheated on her husband in less than a month. She is the worst one out of the whole Gallagher family. Not named Frank. Wow. All right. Hey, that's something. That's a hot take right there. Since day one, no redemption arc, no sympathy, nothing. And then this next one, oh my gosh. That first sentence right there. Holy cow. That unbelievable change in that response is just crazy. That shows both sides right there. Because they're all 18 plus and very capable of taking care of themselves. Debbie put herself in a situation of having a kid, and Fiona said she's not going to help her with it. I mean, that seems like an odd pressure to put on your older sibling. That seems like a very strange... I love this show, but the show's treatment of Fiona is just too awful to stomach. What did this poor young woman do to deserve all these horrific life events? I'm sure some of them were her own making, of course. I've never watched Shameless, but this just sounds so bizarre and interesting. Yeah, all I've seen are the edits, and it does seem very interesting. Like, it covers so many storylines and tragic events, and you just hope, honestly, you just hope for the best for everybody involved, because it seems like they all go through quite the ordeal. That's just life for some people. Yep. Wouldn't be a storyline if it wasn't based in a reality somewhere, right? I think it's a realistic representation of most people living in poverty. Yeah, I mean, certainly some. I don't know if it's most people living in poverty, if their life is truly like that. But it's probably a good representation of some. Because just because you're in poverty doesn't mean you're a drug addict or alcoholic or getting in trouble with the law or whatever. As an oldest that raised my siblings with POS parents, it's spot on for me, and it is awful to stomach. Yikes. See, there you go. There you go. It is true to life for some. I feel the same way, middle child, but my brother has special needs. Mom didn't work, and dad never paid child support. Yikes. My sister thinks of me as her parental unit. Got her on my credit card so she can start building credit. Oh, that's really nice. Bought groceries, pay for her school stuff so she can try to have a normal high school experience. Props to you. It isn't easy. Well, props to you for doing all that. That's incredible. There is something special about a sibling bond. If you have it and it's good, I hope you cherish it. That is so much pressure to put on a sibling, older sibling. Gosh. I love that some people are relating to it and can attest to, no, it's very much accurate, or at least a decent portrayal of it. I always saw Shameless as a raw, bittersweet experience. No happy endings, just people getting by. That's kind of my take on it from what I've seen. It is just showing a very visceral, raw experience for their situation. Wow. Yeah. Fiona's probably my favorite still. I don't know. You got some people that really don't like Fiona on here since day one. Day one. No sympathy, nothing. That's wild. I think the worst for me is how they treat her after she is gone. She is like not mentioned at all. And then when they do her Hall of Shame episode, pretty much everyone but Carl shit talks her. That's awful. This show isn't meant to make you feel good. It's realistic. Some people can't make it out of poverty no matter how hard they try. Some people were dealt bad hands and can't do anything about it. I disagree. If the show wasn't meant to make the viewers feel good, then why make it primarily a comedy? Did you forget that 80% of the show is just jokes and silly situations? The only way this show makes me feel good is because I'm not in their situation. I mean, hey, whatever it takes. The show is not a comedy, so that's probably where your confusion is coming from. All right, let me know down below in the comments. Is the show a comedy? Is it 80% silly jokes and situations? Or is it more of a serious situation with jokes in between? I think that's more of an accurate representation, is that it shows you the life, but it's not trying to beat you down. Like, it's not trying to berate you into, into hating yourself and the show. Obviously, they don't want you to hate the show, but I think they do want to give you a realistic portrayal. But you don't give people serious, awful stuff 100% of the time. You got to have some jokes in there and some redeeming qualities, some redemption arc somewhere. 80% jokes, I don't know. That seems like a high percentage for a show that touches on that serious of topics. An excellent edit. I do like the character of Fiona. I do like the arc. I don't know how the ending goes for Fiona, but apparently the jury is split on it. That's great. That's wonderful that people can disagree that much over a single character. That's incredible. That is the last... Well, I guess the party's over. That was the last video of the day. I hope you enjoyed them all. That was an interesting selection. I try to pick randomly to, give everybody a little taste of something. These are all videos requested by ToddReacts.com members. If you'd like to request a video that goes into a live stream, join up today. Winter collection of merch is available right now. All website members get 15% off on all orders. Ships worldwide. Follow the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ToddReacts. There it is. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the video if you liked it. Share it. Share it with a friend. Share it in a thread on Reddit. I don't know. People with like interests. We'll try to build this community as much as we can. The Discord is now public. Links to it all over the place in the description. On the Twitch channel. Everywhere. On the website, even. Go ahead and join. Join the discussion. Hang out. Let's see. What else? Am I missing something? I always feel like I'm missing something at the end. Always. Always feel like I'm missing something. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Sean, welcome in. Glad you were here. And this will be uploaded to YouTube. Whoa, let me bring that down a little bit. There we go. This will be uploaded to YouTube within a couple hours. It usually takes a little bit to process. Anyway, have a wonderful West? My words are not going well right now. I think I'm tired. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, whether you're watching this day, night, morning, whatever, whenever you're watching this. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.